Right. So as I was telling you, rheumatoid arthritis is a chronic multi-system disease. It will affect several systems, not just your skeletal system. And the true cause is not known, but what we do know is that it has some immunogenetic effect, in the sense that it has a immunogenetic influence and immunogenetic lineage. It will generally be triggered by a infection. So there is a person who is already susceptible to, or who has the genetic makeup to be susceptible to rheumatoid arthritis. Generally from a family member, it is coming down as inheritance or hereditary. That is, there is some mutation in some gene, or in any case there is a problem in their immune system. And sometimes what happens is an infection occurs, and that infection, the antigen of that infection will trigger rheumatoid arthritis. So until then nothing will happen, even if they are susceptible, even if they have the genetic makeup for it. We do not know exactly what will trigger, but more often than not it will be some infection. Again, the specific infection is not known, but the infectious antigen that will trigger a reaction where it will start rheumatoid arthritis, and what you call rheumatoid arthritis reaction in the patient. Now, the most prominent manifestation that you will see of rheumatoid arthritis is inflammatory arthritis. So, specifically, your peripheral joints, they will inflame and you will not be able to move them. Usually, it will be symmetrical. The peripheral joints that are involved include your hands, wrists, knees. ठीक है, वो पूरे and symmetric मतलब both the wrists, both the hands and both the knees will start getting affected generally at the same time. And you will see some other systemic manifestations of the disease as well. You will see problems in the blood vessel, hematological problems. You will see pulmonary problems, neurological problems, and you will see cardiovascular in manifestations. All right. Now, as such, as I told you, the etiology is immunogenetic. Okay, triggered by microbial antigen. Coming to pathology of the disease, you will see different types of lesions that are occurring. Now, these rheumatoid lesions, they will occur on joints, they'll occur on tendons. Very rarely they will occur on extra articular lesions, in the sense that lesions that are not present in the joints, वो बहुत रेयर रहते हैं. ज़्यादातर जो lesions होते हैं, जो damage होता, वो joints पे होता. Okay, so you can divide the lesions that are occurring in rheumatoid arthritis into two different types. You have articular lesions, which are much more common. Articular का मतलब है joint पे जो lesion हो रहा. Okay, articular, articulation means joint, articular means joint पे जो हो रहा. So articular lesion. Then you have extra articular lesion. Extra AL बोल के लिख देता हूँ मैं. ठीक है. Now, first of all, articular lesion, these will be of your small joints, as I told you, hands, feet, symmetrically affecting your wrists, elbows, ankles, knees. ये पूरे affect होते. Okay. Sometimes your proximal interphalangeal and your metacarpophalangeal. Okay. The phalanges. Hands के and feet के वो दोनों भी affect होना start होते. Those joints will start getting affected severely, because of which the patient will not be able to walk. There'll be a lot of pain and whenever that inflammation occurs, hence the patient is not able to walk. Now, extra articular lesions jo hote, they are seen in your blood. So there is damage. Now, the only definitive factor that you can see in rheumatoid arthritis is there's a diagnostic test for which you will test for rheumatoid factor. You will see some patients who will not test for rheumatoid factor also, yet they will have rheumatoid arthritis. But in any case, most of the patients who have rheumatoid arthritis, they will test for rheumatoid factor. There are some special proteins that are present in the patient's body through which you can know that okay, this person has rheumatoid arthritis. And whenever they start producing extra articular lesions as well, that also become very prominent. So there'll be non-specific symptoms, like it'll start causing damage to your blood vessel wall of your blood vessel. There'll be lung damage, pleural damage, pericardial damage, myocardial damage. There'll be damage to your eyes and peripheral nerves. Those are all extra articular lesions. Okay, damage to extra articular parts. But the most characteristic extra articular lesion that you will see is on the skin. So the patient who has rheumatoid arthritis, especially those that have extra articular lesions, they will have special type of skin lesions. I'll show you an image of that skin lesion once again. सी वो स्किन लीजन ऐसा रहता, जो नोड्यूल्स बोलते हैं, रिमेटॉइड नोड्यूल्स बोलते हैं लोगों को, दोज नोड्यूल्स स्टार्ट appearing on the skin. Okay, they'll appear near the elbow, they'll appear near your wrists, sometimes your fingers, your phalanges, all of them. Okay, and these nodules will be solid. All right, so that those are extra articular lesions that you will see in rheumatoid arthritis. Now coming to suppurative arthritis, we have another type. Suppurative arthritis is basically because of an infection. So there is an acute inflammatory reaction, pus is being formed. Generally what happens is bacteria will reach the joint either from blood या फिर direct contamination. More often it is from blood, meaning the patient has some systemic infection. That systemic infection, the bacteria of the systemic infection are reaching your blood, and inside the blood they are moving around here and there and ultimately reaching the joint space, synovium. Sometimes what happens is it can occur from other routes as well. So let's suppose someone has a open wound, you can near that joint, so वहां से direct contamination हो सकता, या फिर lymphatic infection है तो lymphatic spread हो सकता. Generally suppurative arthritis occurs in immunocompromised patients. Normal patients में it is rare to see, but common in immunocompromised patients. They are more susceptible to um, suppurative arthritis. You know, compromised. One more. Hmm. Now, the pathological changes that you will see will be related to the infection itself. Now, obviously, if it is a hematogenous infection, you will have joint involvement where it will be monoarticular, mostly involving one joint rather than several joints. Okay? It will concentrate in one joint and you will see symptoms related to one joint. Very rarely you will have polyarticular. Polyarticular means involving several joints. Monoarticular means involving one joint. Okay, generally your lower extremities, large joints of your lower extremities, they will start getting affected. So the knee, hip, ankle, sometimes ankle and shoulder as well. You will also see sternoclavicular joint getting affected. What will happen is that because of inflammatory reaction, the joint space may there will be granulation tissue being formed, and there will be fibrous adhesions being formed in opposite articular surfaces. Matlab, uh, let's suppose this is your sternum, for example. This is your sternum, and यहाँ पर आके आपका clavicle attach हो रहा. ठीक है, तो जो opposite joint spaces है, वहां पर inflammatory reaction होता. So let's suppose यहाँ पर inflammatory reaction हो रहा, ठीक है, and they will not be pliable, especially if that joint was pliable. For example, okay, this is not exactly a good example. Let's take our your hip joint. Okay, आपके जो hip joint में आके acetabulum में fit होते, ठीक है. Let's suppose this is your hip joint and this is your femur. ठीक है, your hip is a very complex joint with several articulations and several moving parts and several non-moving parts as well. But in any case, यहाँ पर for example आप femur ले लो and acetabulum ले लो, यहाँ पर क्या होता, because of inflammatory reactions, or there is a lot of inflammation occurring here. ठीक है, the pink part represents inflammation. Because of that inflammation, that joint will get jammed. ठीक है, there is pus formation, there is granulation tissue coming into picture, and ultimately what will happen is fibrous adhesions are formed. ठीक है, fibrous adhesions are basically uh, how should I put it, imagine them as threads of fiber. ठीक है, adhesion literally means something sticking to another. So because of this, the joint will not be mobile anymore, it will not be able to move freely. Okay, and what happens is permanent ankylosing occurs as a result of suppurative arthritis. Permanent ankylosing occurs. Ankylosing का मतलब है that joint is, or those two joints are, the two surfaces are getting, how should I put it, they are getting fused and they are not able to move anymore. Okay. And Mamta, please be careful of where you touch the screen. Right. It leads to ankylosing. Okay. So क्या होता, I'll repeat once again. The patient has an infection. That infection is spreading from either blood, or it is spreading from a direct, what do you call, direct open wound, or it is spreading from, what do you call, lymph. Okay. Either way, it is coming to the joint. Generally it will affect one of the joints of your lower body. It can also affect your ankle or shoulder or sternoclavicular joint. In any case, near the joint itself you will see a lot of inflammatory reaction occurring, and that inflammatory reaction will become so severe that granulation tissue starts appearing. Whenever granulation tissue appears, you will see onset of fibrous adhesions. You will see fibrous adhesions being formed in between the joint, because of which your opposite articular surfaces, ये एक surface है और ये एक surface है. जॉइंट में दो बोन्स रहना या दो पार्ट्स रहना जॉइन करने के लिए, तो वो अपोजिंग आर्टिकुलर सर्फेसेस बोलते हैं लोगों को. ठीक है. तो टेक्निकली स्पीकिंग दीज टू आर अपोजिंग आर्टिकुलर सर्फेसेस. ठीक है, जहां पर जॉइंट हो रहा. ठीक है. दोज टू सर्फेसेस विल फ्यूज. That is called permanent ankylosing. Okay. This also occurs in your vertebrae. If you have ever heard about ankylosing spondylitis, for example, it occurs in elderly patients. उन लोगों के अंदर vertebrae will fuse. ठीक है. Because of which they will lose, as I told you, they will lose mobility in that particular area of their back. ठीक है. They will not be able to bend in certain ways. That is a form of ankylosing. यहाँ पर suppurative arthritis is causing ankylosing, permanent ankylosing of other joints other than your vertebrae because of infection. Okay. Then there is tuberculous arthritis. Now, tuberculous arthritis, as the name suggests, there is hematogenous spread of TB bacteria, there is dissemination, or sometimes it can be a spread from tuberculous osteomyelitis. So the patient has bone infection, वहां से joint को जा रहा. ठीक है. Arthritis is when the joint is getting inflamed. अब ये आपके bone से जा सकता है या directly infection hematogenously it is reaching the joint. Either way, the effect will be that there will be deposition of grayish white exudate in the joint itself. You will see tubercles being formed also. So you will see small millet like structures. For example, let's suppose I draw your uh, shoulder joint. Looks similar to this. ठीक है. यहाँ पर, so this is your humerus. ठीक है. This is your pectoral girdle. Now यहाँ पर for example अगर tubercular infection हो रहा, what will happen is you will see small tubercles being formed here. Tubercles like this, and you will see grayish white exudate. I don't have gray color in this, I'll just represent that with blue here. Okay, you will see grayish white colored exudate here being formed, and you will see the synovium itself that will have caseating tubercles. The tubercles will have caseating necrosis occurring inside them, cheese like necrosis occurring, and the surrounding cartilage that also starts getting affected. Because infection is occurring in the joint, surrounding structures start getting affected. Those tubercles start appearing on the cartilage itself, and they'll start damaging the cartilage. You will see granulation tissue being formed, and ultimately necrosis spreading to your cartilage as well. So initially tubercles आते हैं, tubercles में caseating necrosis होता, then it will spread to the cartilage that is present in the synovium itself, and it will ultimately cause necrosis in the cartilage itself. All right. So that is tuberculous arthritis. Then we have gout. So gouty arthritis भी बोलते हैं. Now, gouty arthritis is a special type of arthritis. It is a disorder of purine metabolism. Your purines are adenine, guanine, xanthine, hyperxanthine. Adenine, guanine, you've read about them in DNA. Xanthine and hyperxanthine, I'm not sure whether you've read about them or not, but they are also purines. ठीक है? Purines and pyrimidines जो अपन last year पढ़े थे, nucleic acids, nitrogen basis में, those purines and pyrimidines. Now, gout is a disorder of purine metabolism. Is purine metabolism disorder, purine metabolism. So the result will be that uric acid will start getting accumulated. Specifically, you will see certain manifestations of gouty arthritis. Those manifestations, first of all, will be increased uric acid in your blood. So manifestations of gout. This is how you know that the patient is suffering from gout. The first manifestation will be increased serum uric acid level. ठीक है? Now, normally your serum uric acid level should be around 3.5 mg per dl to 7 mg per dl maximum. यहाँ पर it will go beyond 7 mg per dl. Okay, normal uric acid level, serum uric acid level should be around 3.5 to 7 mg per dl. Okay, be careful of the units. अगर mmol करे तो change हो जाता mg per dl. Now, second manifestation that you will see is crystals being formed. Monosodium urate monohydrate crystals रहते हैं. So crystals of monosodium urate monohydrate. These crystals you will see in leukocytes, in WBCs of your synovial fluid. आपके synovial fluid में जो WBCs रहते हैं, normally your synovial fluid will have a few WBCs. In case there is a infection, that fellow will get activated. So those leukocytes will have these crystals being present in them. Seen in leukocytes of synovium. Okay. Inside the joint and the synovium, the leukocytes will start having these crystals. That is the second manifestation. Third manifestations will be the same crystals aggregate as deposits, and they'll form tophi. Tophi का literal meaning है tophus is the singular for stones. ठीक है? Tophi are stones. Sorry, I'll just write it down here. Tophus is a stone. ठीक है? Tophi are stones, singular and plural. ठीक है? यहाँ पर जो crystals form हो रहे, they will form stones, and these stones are generally seen around the joint extremities. ठीक है? They form tophi in and around joints of extremities. Now, one of the most common places that you will see extremities बोले तो आपके जो large toe रहता है, the big toe, that is one of the most common spots of gouty arthritis to occur. So what you will see is that, one second, I'll show you an image. It will be easier for you to understand that way. ये देखो. If you look at the large toe of the patient, you will see a tophi. So you will see several small stones of uric acid. They are uric acid crystals. Okay, they are monosodium urate monohydrate crystals, because which are present in between the joint. Okay, present in the synovium space, and they will cause a lot of inflammation. They'll cause severe pain, and the patient will not be able to walk altogether. Generally gout के अलग अलग stages रहते हैं, but more often than not what will happen is patients who have gout early in the morning, they will have severe pain. ठीक है, they'll not be able to walk, and they will either have to warm or cold that area. ठीक है, they'll have to use a ice bag or they can use a hot bag. Either way it will be able to decrease the inflammation a little bit, but that is only symptomatic relief for a little bit of time. They will have to take treatment as such. Okay, so that is the third manifestation. Fourth manifestation will be renal disease. ठीक है, generally what happens is in your kidneys the interstitial tissue and the blood vessels of your kidney, they will start getting affected. ठीक है, interstitial tissue and blood vessels affected. Then the last manifestation you will see is uric acid nephrolithiasis. So kidney stones that are made of uric acid. Okay, that will be the last manifestation. Now, as such, this disease will occur in 30s. More often than not, it usually begins around the age of 30s, and it is more common in men than in women. Okay, the family history does play a significant role in gout. So, if one of your direct relatives has gout, there is a good chance that you might also what do you call develop gout later on in the life, in your lifetime. ठीक है, the what do you call purine metabolism dysfunction होने की वजह से gout हो सकता. Now, as such, as I told you, gout will have four different stages. You will have asymptomatic hyperuricemia. So, four stages of gout. Depending on the severity, अलग-अलग stage रहता. You will have asymptomatic hyperuricemia में patient को literally they are asymptomatic and they only have hyperuricemia which has not shown any clinical manifestations yet. ठीक है? Then you have the second one, acute gouty arthritis. अब acute gouty arthritis में क्या होता? The patient will start having acute synovitis, meaning the joints will start inflaming and the synovial space that will start inflaming, which will you will see that there will be a lot of needle-shaped crystals present in the synovium. Okay, those crystals are urate crystals, monosodium urate crystals. These crystals will be present in the synovium fluid and they will also be present in the serum of the patient. Okay, I'll repeat once again. In acute gouty arthritis, you will see that the joint is obviously inflamed. This inflammation is because of crystals being present. They are needle shaped crystals and these crystals are made up of monosodium urate. ठीक है, uric acid एक जगह accumulate होके they'll make monosodium urate crystals which will be seen both in your serum and in your synovial fluid. ठीक है, more often than not it will affect क्या बोलते हैं acute gouty arthritis will affect the joints of your lower extremities, specifically your great toe. ठीक है, the image that I showed you was an image for acute gouty arthritis. वैसा accumulation हो जाता crystal का, making a tophus. Then we have initially you will only see crystals. As it keeps going on, it will make stones. ठीक है, they'll get accumulated to such a degree that they'll start making stones. Then we have the third stage, which is chronic tophaceous arthritis. Now, isme you have recurrent attacks of acute gouty arthritis. So, several times that accumulation occurs, and that will lead to, as I told you, they'll have several encounters of very painful joints. There'll be severe inflammation of their joints, and it will be very painful. Generally, it can occur early in the morning. Chronic tophaceous arthritis में क्या हो रहा, बार बार acute gouty arthritis हो रहा, and those crystals at one point of time will start forming tophi. They will start forming stones. Initially they are only as crystals, individual crystals. They start getting accumulated and they start making stones. Okay, that is chronic tophaceous arthritis. Then we have fourth stage, which is tophi in soft tissue. Okay, now these tophus, जो टोफाई है, छोटे छोटे स्टोन्स है, दे आर पोरस स्टोन्स, ओके. These stones, which are masses of urates, they can vary in size from a few millimeters to a few centimeters in diameter. They will start forming in the surrounding tissue around. First of all, आप joint में आते, as you can see that gout itself is occurring, initially starts off in the serum level of uric acid will increase, and you will see joint space and synovial space having, or synovial fluid having these crystals. Ultimately what will happen is it will start spreading around your joint, and the periarticular tissue jo bolte, the tissue around your joint, that will start having tophi in them. Slowly what will happen is subcutaneous tissue in your hand and feet, they will start having tophus inside them. So I'll show you an image for that. 1 second. ये देखो, टोफाई लम्प्स बोलते हैं इन लोगों को. सो जो जॉइंट से में स्टार्ट हो रहा, फॉर एग्जांपल यहाँ पर फिंगर जॉइंट्स में स्टार्ट हो रहा, इट इज स्लोली मूविंग अराउंड द टिश्यू अराउंड योर आर्टिकुलर लेयर, ठीक है, और द आर्टिकुलर स्पेस, जो जॉइंट के अतराफ का टिश्यू है, specifically subcutaneously it is spreading, and it is making a tophus, it is getting accumulated there, and it is forming a stone there that will look like a lump. यहाँ पर फिंगर बता रहा, it can occur near knee, it can occur near your great toe, it will most often occur near your great toe, ठीक है, and it can occur near what do you call, your elbow, ankle, वो पूरे एरियाज में अफेक्ट हो सकता. These lumps will start being formed. Then the last stage that you see is renal lesions. ठीक है, renal lesions, now there'll be three different types of renal lesions. You can have acute urate nephropathy, where it's a acute reaction because of accumulation of urate crystals, or it can be chronic urate nephropathy leading to significant decline in kidney function, or it can be uric acid nephrolithiasis, meaning it is a stone formation, ठीक है, stone that is blocking completely जो आपका urinary tract है उसको block कर रहा. So the renal lesions are of three types. First lesion will be acute urate nephropathy. Then we have chronic urate nephropathy. Okay, chronic damage to your kidneys. Then finally you will have urate nephrolithiasis or uric acid nephrolithiasis. Now, as I told you, during this period of time, you will see that the patient has serum uric acid level which is greater than 7 mg per dl, much more higher than the maximum limit that it should be. Now, there is, because of this higher amount of uric acid, there is increased risk of development of gout. As such, gout can be classified into two different types. One is of metabolic origin. The second is renal origin. इसका मतलब है, even though I'm telling it is a purine metabolism disorder, थोड़े patients में, around 10% of patients, they will have a pure metabolic disorder, in the sense that there is hyperuricemia because of a metabolic disorder. They have overproduction of uric acid, that is why they are getting gout. तो उन लोगों को hyperuricemia of metabolic origin बोलते हैं. That is only 10%. 90% of patients, they will have a renal problem. Specifically, they will have a problem in excretion of uric acid. ठीक है, normally in your urine, uric acid is excreted out. Because of whatever reason, अब nephrolithiasis ले लो या glomerular nephritis ले लो या whatever reason, let's suppose the patient has renal lesions and renal disease. As a result of that renal disease, the patient is not able to excrete uric acid out. That is more common. Whenever such a condition occurs, again serum uric acid level will increase, increasing the susceptibility to gout. And if the patient is already has a gout, उन लोगों के अंदर acute gouty attacks हो सकते हैं because of increased amount of uric acid, spike in uric acid level. ठीक है, I'll repeat once again. gout को जो causes है gout के, वो दो वे में categorize कर सकते. In 10% of patients, it is purely a metabolic disorder, in the sense that in those patients, Purine metabolism is not occurring properly, and there is increased amount of uric acid level. Okay, it is not getting metabolized to other products. It is not being converted into other products, and uric acid level is increasing in blood. That is only 10% of patients. 90% of patients will have improper excretion of uric acid. So normally in your urine, uric acid should be excreted out. But because of renal lesions, because of nephrolithiasis, because of glomerulonephritis, whatever the kidney disease that they have, uric acid is not being excreted out, because of which serum levels of uric acid will start increasing, leading to acute gouty arthritis and gouty attacks and all of that. So that is about gout. Now you will have another condition called pseudo gout. It will present similar to gout, but the thing is that inflammatory joint involvement is because of deposition of calcium. Calcium pyrophosphate बोल के एक chemical रहता, that will start getting accumulated inside of uric acid. It is called pseudo gout. ठीक है, it's not true gout. True gout में you will have uric acid crystals, specifically monosodium urate monohydrate crystals. In pseudo gout you will have calcium pyrophosphate crystals. Starts off with the joint space, then moves around here and there. ठीक है? So that is about our arthritis. That completes our arthritis. Tomorrow we'll start the tumors of your skeletal system.